Good morning, dear children. In the previous class, we have already studied the meaning of measurement. So, we already know what is the meaning of measurement. Along with that, we also know why measurement is so important in our daily lives. We have also studied about physical quantities. We learned the importance of measurement in our lives. We learned how important is measuring quantities. Today, we start with measurement of length. So this is the new topic for today. Before we actually start to learn how can we measure length, it is important that we understand the meaning of length first. So before knowing the procedure to measure length, we will first understand the meaning of length itself. So what is length? Length is the distance between 2 points. So if I give you a simple example over here, there are 2 points A and B. The distance between A and B is called as the length of AB. So what do we understand? We understand that length is basically the distance between 2 points. Now length is the fundamental physical quantity. It is a very important quantity in physics. So let us learn more about this. Now, dear children, we need to know that a ruler is used to measure the length of an object, and it is also used to measure the length of a straight line. So usually we use a ruler to measure the length. Also, usually straight line is measured using the ruler. In your geometry boxes also you have been seeing the ruler. So why do you use it? You have been using your scale or your ruler in order to measure the length. What about longer distances? Using your ruler, you can measure short distances. But what if you want to measure a longer distance? Then, in such a case, the length is measured using the measuring tapes. So, there are different kinds of measuring tapes that are used in order to measure the longer distances. Now, we came across the measuring device used to measure longer distances. But what if you want to measure extremely smaller distances? So in such a case, we have vernier calipers and screw gauge. So these two devices are used to measure extremely accurate and small distances. Now, let us study about some of the measuring devices. Now the first question that comes to our mind, how do we choose a measuring device? So think about it. Well, the choice of the measuring device depends upon the object whose length is to be measured. Yes, it completely depends upon the object whose length you want to determine. Suppose if you want to find out the length of a line segment drawn on your copy, what will you use? You will use a ruler that is there in your geometry box. What if you want to measure the walls of your house? In that case, you may require the measuring tape. Similarly, if you want to measure the dimensions of your body for giving it to the tailor, in that case you require a flexible measuring tape. So what do we understand from here? We understand or we infer that the choice of measuring device depends upon the object whose measurement we need to take. Now let us study about some of the common measuring devices. Most of these are already we have seen these before. At different places you might have seen some of these. So first is the steel or flexible tape. You might have seen these. These tapes are used by carpenters, masons to measure the dimensions during construction. So if you have ever been to a construction site, or if you have ever seen construction work in your house or in your neighborhood, probably you might have seen that the masons, or the even if you have seen somebody doing carpenting, in such a case, to measure the dimensions of the wall, maybe, or if it is a carpenter, to measure the dimensions, that is the length or breadth of the wood or anything else, you might have seen them using these measuring tapes. What about the flexible measuring tape? If you have ever been to a tailor, then you might have seen this kind of a measuring tape. What does the tailor do? The tailor has this kind of a flexible measuring tape. We cannot use a steel measuring tape over here. We need to use a flexible measuring tape so that you can easily find out the dimensions of your body. So the flexible measuring tape, it is used by the tailor to measure your waist, chest and other body dimensions. What about the meter rod? How many of you have ever been to a shop and you have purchased a cloth? So if you have ever purchased maybe a shirt, maybe a cloth in order to make shirt or something else, you may have seen or noticed that the cloth merchant or the shopkeeper who is selling the cloth usually has this long wooden or maybe steel meter rod, and he measures the cloth using it. So the meter rod, it is used by the cloth merchants to measure the length of the cloth. Now we come to ruler. Now this is also given in our syllabus, so we need to concentrate majorly on how we are going to read the measurement using the ruler. So now the ruler is also another measuring device that is used to measure the length of an object. A ruler is a measuring stick with units for measuring along its edges. It can be either used for English inches or metric centimeter units of the measurement. So how many of you have seen the ruler? I think most of us have seen it, or rather I should say that every one of us have seen the ruler. We have been using the ruler and it has been there in our geometry box since the very beginning. Now if you will carefully notice your ruler, look at the edges of your ruler. What do you find? That on the edges there are some markings given. There are some marks. So those markings are used to measure the length. And if you have ever seen your ruler more closely, you will find that there are two types of units given. Either you can have inches or you can have the metric units of measurement. Now the ruler that is there in a geometry box that we usually carry with us, if you might have seen, on the top side you have the units that are given in centimeters, and the down one usually has the inches unit. Now the question arises, now this is the major important part of our topic, okay, of today's class. This is one of the most important part. The question arises, then how basically do we read using a ruler? How will you read using a ruler? So in order to know that, first we need to understand what basically are these lines made for. We need to first understand the parts of the ruler. If you look carefully at this diagram, this is an inches ruler. I have taken the example of an inches ruler. So in such a case, if you can see carefully, I have told you that a ruler has markings on the edges. So look at these now. Can you see these long lines? These long lines mean something. These long ticks, they mean something. So the long ticks, the longest ticks on the inches side is called as the inch. So you have over here 5 inch and then you have 6 inch marked over here. So the longer lines are called as the inch.